Kathleen Kennedy. She doesn't miss any opportunity to fuck up George Lucas's creation. And we have the latest problem with Kathleen Kennedy and Disney Star Wars over on Bounding into Comics. Kathleen Kennedy says new films will move Star Wars past George Lucas' original vision, will introduce new characters, and start with something fresh. Isn't that what they tried to do with the sequel trilogy?
Yes.
That's literally what they tried to do in the sequel trilogy. And now here we are again with this nonsense.
This is what they tried to do with Galaxy's Edge in the theme parks. Kathleen Kennedy, and it's documented by the workers there. They were on a podcast. If you haven't heard it, it's everywhere. Basically, they were making Star Wars theme park with all three trilogies, excuse me. The original, and it was going to be Tatooine, and there was a little bit of everything. Prequels, original, which is exactly what it should have been, because everyone can find their, favorite. I'm a prequel person. I'm going to hang out over here. I'm an original. But no, Kathleen Kennedy literally, they said in the meeting she came in, and this is why it took, if you don't remember, it took an extra 8 months to do than originally planned, because she came in and changed it. She's like, we're going to push it forward and get away from George Lucas and do our own stuff. They built the Star Cruiser out of stuff that wasn't George Lucas related. And look at that disaster. And Disney actually made a statement about the Star Cruiser yesterday, saying that they said, what are you going to do with it? And they're like, we'll probably do something. That was their only answer. So I just think that it's going to get bulldozed, and they'll just scrap. They'll take all the screenings and everything out and put it somewhere else, and they'll just bulldoze it and take a tax break on the whole thing. But yeah, you're absolutely right, Jeremy. This is what she's been trying to do, and it's working out great for you.
No, this fucking sucks, and this is just regurgitation of exactly what they said the sequel trilogy was going to be, and now what? It's just going to be more shit that we do not care about.
Yeah, I expect this to fully fail, just like the Galaxy's Edge and the Star Cruiser. Yeah, I think that Jay's got a great point about that, because again, Galaxy's Edge and a failed Star Cruiser, that kind of shows you the level of interest of Star Wars, because it's not just about the movies with them. Like, their whole point was that they wanted to create this new Star Wars universe so that they could motivate people to go to the parks, to go vacation,
spend their money,
embrace all of these characters. And the failure of the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser is such an indictment of Disney Star Wars vision and what they've done, because everybody in this audience knows that, everybody that's watching this knows this, that if you do Star Wars the right way, you wouldn't be able to keep people out of a Star Wars theme park. You wouldn't be able to keep people out of a Star Wars hotel if you did it the right way. And they have screwed this up so much. So for her to sit here and bring this up and start thinking about how we're going to move past George Lucas's vision is insanity. But this is more of the same. A Rey-centric movie is what we are getting. I want everybody to understand how bad that is. As Indiana Jones, gets ready to release, we're seeing the horrifically terrible box office returns on that. There's no interest for a Rey movie. Now, will some people go see it? Will it make, I don't know, will it have an Indiana Jones 5 opening weekend? Potentially. That is not that's not good for a Star Wars movie. All the fans had nothing but goodwill for Daisy Ridley when she was cast. All the fans wanted the best. All the fans were looking forward to it. This nonsense about sexism and racism is so stupid. All the fans embraced Daisy Ridley. They embraced John Boyega. They embraced Oscar Isaac. They embraced them. They looked at them and said, okay, this is going to be the new trio moving forward. We're going to be able to say goodbye, kind of reconnect with our old characters, and then, be able to say goodbye to them, and then we can embrace these new characters. Almost all fans were like behind that idea when it was announced. And then the movies came out. The backlash started to happen. And of course, the backlash would have been just regular, just, hey, you know what? We're unhappy. We're going to complain. But they decided to do something that we haven't really seen a major studio do. They decided to blame the fans for the criticism. They decided to call the fans racist and sexist. That's what they decided to do. So when you go down that road, that's where we have ended up in this place. And we have never gotten out of it.
It's just the fact that Kathleen Kennedy let each director dictate where the story was going to branch off. Like, I know J.J. Abrams is incompetent, but if he did have control of all three movies, I don't think it would have been as terrible as it is. But Rian Johnson severely fucked it up in Last Jedi, and after then it was just done. It was done. And Kathleen Kennedy having her hands in the cookie jar the entire time, just mixing shit up, was also damaging, like severely damaging to it. And I think another wrong turn they did was dude, they hyped up Finn, man. They hyped up Finn to be this fucking badass Jedi. And that was like every single trailer, every single poster for Force Awakens was Finn with the lightsaber. Finn was going to take on Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren. When, you know, we saw what happened to the Knights of Ren, too. They were supposed to be badasses. And they just said, nope, Finn isn't the main character. We're going with Rey. She's the only Jedi. Like, we're not allowed to have two Jedi like we did in the prequels with Anakin and Obi-Wan. Nope, just one. Just one Jedi.
It's insane. It really is. And so that's where we are now. It's where we are with Disney Star Wars. We're moving past George Lucas's vision, everybody, because we totally honored that in the sequel trilogy. So now it's time to move past it.